Hello, my friends. This is Barry, and you're watching Barry and the PI. This morning, I was reading an article about a woman in Indonesia. She had gone to visit relatives in another village, and she had been gone missing for several hours. And so people got concerned, and her husband and a friend went out looking for her. And then they came across a reticulated uh, python with a very big bulge in its body. And they killed it and cut it open. As soon as they started cutting, the woman's head came out, and she was dead, of course. Uh, but that happens not only in Indonesia, but in throughout Southeast Asia. It's happened here in the Philippines too, where python, some of them grow up to be about 25 feet, uh, and they've killed kids and adults. Uh, so this is about some of the dangers we have here in the Philippines. We do have a lot of different kinds of snakes. In particular, the uh, king cobra, and even worse is the Samar uh, spitting cobra. Uh, Spitting cobra can see you come in and put a shot right towards your eyes, pretty accurate. Uh, if you're in a known area where those are found, get one of those plastic shields when you're walking through. You never know when you might come across one. And it can cause blindness in you, at least temporary blindness in your eyes if it hits you. Uh, we have several others here in our area. Uh, we, well, my yard man takes care of my yard. At that time, uh, Lily had found it and was barking at it and charging at it, and it was a banded Malayan coral snake, which is poisonous, but it's not aggressive at all. You'd pretty much have to step on it for it to bite you. Uh, Unfortunately, it's a very beautiful snake, very colorful, but he had already dispatched with it before I could got up and could rescue it. Uh, I've dealt with particularly rattlesnakes a lot in my life. I've come across them. As a matter of fact, my dad was introduced to rattlesnakes one day, and we went rock hunting at Rockhound State Park in Arizona. And it's known for having a lot of rattlesnakes. Uh, and I've dealt with them all in Texas quite a bit. She was walking along looking for agates, particularly very, very colorful rock. And all of a sudden she saw a small rattlesnake rise up and get into its attack mode. And she stopped, and I told her to back slowly away from it. And she did, so she didn't get bit. That would have been really hard, bad. even a young snake is even more aggressive because they're not used to danger being around them. So if they bite you, they're going to give you a full load of venom. Whereas an older snake just bites you and may not give you any venom if it's, unless he feels really threatened by you. Uh, so some snakes can control how much venom they put into you too. Uh, there was a YouTuber, her name was Princess Turlock, and she and her father, that was their business. They go in towns that call in, oh, we got all these cobras around, and they would go remove those cobras. They wouldn't kill them. They would take them, sack them up, and take them and sell the venom for at different medical facilities. But stopped making videos, and I don't know what happened, if she got bit or if she died or what. She was a very young girl. She was very pretty too. I don't mind the snake hunters that are both young and beautiful. Kind of like them. I like an adventurous woman myself. That's what I liked about Maida. She took to camping really quickly, and we camped all through the West, Utah, Colorado, Arizona, New Mexico, and in Texas too. We used to take her out to Big Bend all the time. But so I don't know if you ever saw one of her videos. The last one I saw, a community had told her they wanted her to come and remove they had this cobra problem there, and she went and found the den and pulled out about 7 cobras, and so that is one thing you have to watch out for, particularly if you're going to live in the province. Brian of Philly in the Philippines is going to learn that now that he's living down on Surigao, because they've got them down there too. Now, it's not, if you're going to live outside the big cities, just ask around. People will tell you what they have, what kind of snakes are around that area. We knew we were going to have snakes. The first snake Lily found was sitting under a shrub, and she was barking at it. Unfortunately, I was still sleeping, and they killed that too. You'll find most workers around here, they'll carry a bolo. It's like a machete, and they see any snake, they'll just kill it. And that's unfortunate because most snakes are not poisonous. But there's about 10 or 11, 12 poisonous snakes here in the Philippines. So just have to ask around and find out what is around here. Here we find a lot of these guys that work in these on these lots. They found both the yellow tree sniper and the green tree sniper, tree viper. There's the snipers. And those are deadly. They are poisonous. Now, The reason why you have snakes around is because out in the province you got a lot of rats and you got a lot of mice. Uh, my Lily has found about 7 or 8 mice. She kills it and then brings it up to show us. I guess she wants it's a little patent for doing that. She's also caught a couple of rats. Uh, Rats around here. Uh, we had one get in my truck's uh, computer system, and it was eating the wires, the coverings of the wires. For some reason, they like that. Ants do too. Um, so it shut down my control system. You know that little thing that has all functions and stuff and radio and uh, all that. It knocked it out, and we had taken it because it wasn't working anymore. So we took it to the Toyota dealer, and the mechanic found the rat fried inside that little box with all the controls, and that cost us a little money. I don't think the insurance covered that, so another little expense. Now, I don't want to be alarmist. Uh, Snakes exist because of food supply. Where people are, that attracts rats and mice and other critters too. So if you go around and kill all the snakes, then you're going to be just overloaded with rats and mice and stuff like that. The snakes are not interested in killing you only for if they feel threatened and in danger of losing their life, they will strike out. So people can coexist with these animals, and it tends to balance out things. But you just need to know how to live with them. Uh, Slowly, if you can encounter one, don't walk towards it. Slowly back away from it, because it's not interested in killing you or eating you. It can't eat you unless a python or an anaconda. These anacondas are great for horror movies, but I don't think we have any around here. That's mostly in Mexico and South America and Central America. But we do have cobras, and we do have sea snakes. The only poisonous sea snake found here is in Taal Lake. Uh, it's a type of sea snake that's adapted to the more freshwater environment. And so that's the only thing you have to worry about in swimming in Taal Lake. I don't know why anybody would want to go swimming there anyway. Uh, so you have to just be conscious that you may encounter some of these. And if you're out there swinging a bolo around, it's going to feel threatened and it'll lash out at you. So just leave it alone. Don't walk towards it. Just get out of the way. They don't have no interest in killing you. It's only if their life feels threatened will they strike out and kill you. So I'm hoping to slip in a couple of pictures I have if I can figure out how to do it right. So I'll show you the cobras and the two cobras that we have here. Uh, Now, you might encounter those in cities because a lot of pythons and other snakes are sold in pet shops, illegal pet shops, because it's against the law to sell these creatures, and many of them are endangered species too. Uh, I believe the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service has offices in the embassy here that go and check on pet shops and stuff, try to help stop the illegal trade in these beautiful creatures. So if you encounter them, you don't have to draw out that bolo, just back away. And if you're in an area where there are spitting cobras, take that face mask, that plastic face mask that we all had to get during COVID, and finally get to use it for the right reason. So just be aware of these things around. Now, there are other dangers here in the Philippines. Volcanoes, we have those, lots of those. I think there's 56 active volcanoes in the Philippines. And you're not their target of snakes. They would just wish that you'd go somewhere else and leave them alone and don't try to kill them. That's my best advice. You're more likely to get bit if you're trying to kill the snake. So just be aware. Ask the locals what's around. They'll tell me. Here they just go around, they see them, dispatch them. I'm trying to change that attitude. But so that's about it. I've rambled on enough now. It looks like it's going to rain. I selected to go ahead out here because I thought, well, maybe not. But it's looked real dark a little earlier. So, but anyway, it's a nice day today in the low 80s and 70s. And so I'm loving my life here, despite all kinds of snakes and lizards. I've got a few videos in there that are some of the lizards. So you might look and see, take a look at that. One lizard was very beautiful. The last lizard we had was a monitor lizard, a pretty big one. But it had bit Pepper on the ear, and Lily then bit it. But that's when it went into play dead mode. It wouldn't move or anything. It just laid there. So all the dogs were out there barking like crazy at it. Then we got them away, and then might have threw it over into the lot here. And later we looked and it's gone. So I was just glad to get away from those dogs. But yeah, we have lots of lizards here, and I'm loving it too because they're chameleons, and all kinds of stuff. So life is good here. I'll see y'all tomorrow, maybe. Y'all have a great day. Take care of your family, take care of your kids, take care of your pets. Don't forget them. And thank you for watching Barry and the PI, all my new subscribers. I really do appreciate it. Thank you, and hope you'll continue watching. And I'll try to bring you interesting content, both from here at Casa de Gecko to places around the Philippines. So, adios, amigos and amigas.